Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live session with your host, Dre Day FX. So, as we do every weekdays, we look at the Forex, indices, and metal markets. Hope everyone have a great weekend. So, new week, new opportunities here. So, let's get it. So, today is November 10th, 2026. Said 2026, 2025. I'm a year ahead. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. Elion, hope you have a great day. So this weekend we had some pretty good news here. Yesterday we had a vote here in the U.S. for to resume the government. So they have the 60 votes from the Senate to reopen the government. So we should have another vote here with the House of Representatives to officially open the government here. That should be on Wednesday. So usually it's 48 hours. And tomorrow is Memorial Day. So Veterans Day. So so that's why tomorrow will be bank holidays in Canada and the US. So tomorrow there's no lies, but we'll be back here on Wednesday. So we should have some good movement here in the market overall. All right, so let's start with the news calendar as always. So still currently in the government shutdown, but there's no basically no news for today. No impact, big impact news. So we'll and we didn't have anything here at London. London, we had the service invoice confidence. So that's negative here in Europe. So we'll see exactly if it's going to impact anything. But other than that, we don't have any thing here that'll be out here for today. We do have natural gas. No, not natural gas. No natural gas here. All right, perfect. So let's go on the TV Alert app. TV Alert app is an application I created here, guys, that provide you with the institutional liquidity here in the market. So you have a ticker here at the top here that'll give you some Bloomberg and Fox business news articles here. So you could see the latest news here in the U.S. economy or in the economy in general. Also, after that, you have the ticker here for the buy and sell theater that came in for the day. So we had four signals here. So we had German for buy, France 40 for a sell, and Germany for a buy again, and UK 100 for a buy. So basically, that was the alerts here for today. And at the bottom, you have the TV economic calendar. So this is provided by TradingView. So I just put a widget here for you guys so you could see exactly the latest high impact news here for the week. So for this week here for now, we only have the, I'm just going to go back here a little bit above. Yeah, so the next news event here will be on the 13th. And those are the high impact news here for CPI, which we have, of course, CPI here this week. That will be on Thursday. All right, so that's good on that. And then we're going to on the TradingView to look at the indicators here. All right. So first indicator that we're using here is Nova. So it's the trend indicator here will give you the trend in the market. So if it's bearish or bullish. So currently we're looking at the US30. So we were bullish here since Friday. Still in the upside right now. Then you have FVG, the fair value gaps here in the market. So provide you with the fair value gaps here off of the 1 hour. This is the 1 hour settings here. And we're trading on off of the 15. So this is the actual fair value gap. If you have bullish fair value gaps here, it's going to be like this. If you have bearish fair value gaps, it's going to be like this here. All right. Next, we have high-low level. This is the support and resistance indicator here in the market, provide you with support and resistance here in the market that you could use for entries to put your stop loss, and next level here that the price may start to go off of. All right. Then you have MTA. This is a multi-time frame analysis indicator. And later on today, I'm going to be finishing the MTA version 5 that give you the previous days open and close price levels. So it'll give you some good pointers here of what's happening here in the market. But this one is giving you with the previous days open and open, close, and medium price, the highest point and the lowest point of the median price of the previous day. So this is Friday's price action. And right now we're trading above the previous day's high. So that means that we're looking for bullishness here in the market overall. Next, you have POC and VWAP, so point of control and volume weighted average price. So that was provide you with the actual POC. So point of control is basically used as the support and resistance zone off of the previous day's price action and give you an actual range here. So this is this line right here. And the one above it is the previous day's volume weighted average price. And I'll give you exactly the price here. Okay, so if if the current price is above those lines, that means that we're bullish. If it's below those lines, that means that we're bearish. So right now we're fully bullish here since the start of the day. And finally, we have, I'm gonna go on Russell for that. We have Nova with EMXAI. So EMXAI is basically the way that I was opening up taking trades here off of an actual setup here of the average directional index. So if I'm looking at the pattern here and it's following the trend, I have an entry. So as you could see, I'm just gonna remove the drawings here. As you could see, we had a buy signal here for Russell near the end of the New York Open on Friday, and we're still going to the upside. So if you're able to take the trade and hold it on to over the weekend, it was clearly bullish here overall. And you have the actual TP zones here off of that entry, and right now we're at TP 19. So basically 18th. So it would be a 1 to 18 risk to reward on that. So that's perfect. And after that, we have, I'm just going to look at the settings here. Going to look at the pivot point. So the next indicator that will provide you guys is the pivot ILO edge. So that'll be out here later on today. I'm just finalizing another final thing here, but I will provide you with the pivot points here in the market, and I will clearly tell you if you're in a bullish or bearish movement here. So as you could see, we have lower highs that are being created here. So as long as the price doesn't touch the previous pivot point, that means that we're still bearish, right? And if we have bullish movement here, so we're gonna have pivot lows going higher and higher. All right. So the next time that the price, if we're fully bullish here, we need to pass that pivot point, and we're almost there. So it's gonna go higher here on that front. All right. So that's pretty much it. So we still have less than 3 minutes before market open. So like I said, we don't have any news today. So and the government shutdown here is almost done. So we're just waiting for the final vote from the House of Representatives on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Sorry, Wednesday. So we should have that on Wednesday. So that's perfect. So let me know if you're looking for a setup here overall, guys. We're gonna be waiting for the alerts here in the alerts here from the TV Alert app. So automation is activated here also. So like I said, Leon, you're gonna have the automation that'll be opening up here, and you should see the actual name of the EA that is used is basically it's gonna say TV Bridge. So if you see that, that means that the automation is open. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So still have 1 minute left. So I'm gonna drink my tea. All right, let's see. So we may also start to go down, but we'll see. Because we do have some FVGs here at the bottom, like I showed you guys earlier on US30. So on our live, I'm going to be looking at US30, NASDAQ, S&P 500, gold, German 40, and Russell 2000. So that'll be all of the alerts here that we should receive here on this live. So we should be here for maybe 30 to 45 minutes here, guys. Maybe a little bit longer, depending exactly on the market movement. But that's pretty much the gist of it here. So it's 9:30 here. So let's look at what we should be looking for. And at the same time, I'm going to be opening up this. Like I said, the pivot point here was going higher. So we should have a continuation here to the upside. We do have a level here. So we are pushing here. So if we are bullish here, we should be targeting the next point of control. That is this one here. At that point for US30. If they want to go high. But we'll wait for so US30 is a buy. right, so US30 is a buy. Why is it not opening this? Let's see. US30. Yeah, you can trigger. Why is it like that? All right, so we're still pushing to the upside. S&P 500 is a buy. US30 buy. Russ. Nasdaq. Is it S&P 500 that we had or Nasdaq? What is that? Because I was looking at my trade on my, so US30, S&P 500, and we had another US30 for a buy. So 932, 932, 935. All right. All right, so we're pushing here. So everything is looking good here. So Nasdaq is a buy also. So we're pushing, pushing. All right. So it's looking good here, guys. So the target here is that point of control right here. So you should be well in profit right now. And making sure that you do put your trailing stop here. Quiet by tree. What the fuck's going on? There's something not working on. So NASDAQ is a buy, S&P 500 is a buy, and US30 is a buy. I'm just going to look at what's happening here. Whoops. Don't know why it's not working here. Why is it doing that? NASDAQ S&P 500. Hold on, guys. I'm just looking to see exactly why those signals didn't go through. SH signal. SH. Okay, so that's working fine. But there's no signal. All right. I'll look at it after. All right, so 140, perfect. Make 140 bucks. Now there's an issue with should have some trades on the automation, but it didn't go through for some reason. And I saw it did triggered the trade. All right, that's good. Hold on, guys. Just gonna close a few things here. So US30, NASDAQ, S&P 500, all buys. Just looking Monday. Yeah, it did trigger. But why didn't go through? Okay, I'll check it out later on. All right, so should be in. Let's look at the NASDAQ. I'm just gonna go back here. Oops. NASDAQ. NASDAQ. Yeah, it was a big push to the upside. I think the news from the government shutdown did impacted the market. Still pushing here. So we're in a still bullish here overall. Looking at the pivot points here, we did have a pivot point to the upside right here. So it's considered as a higher low. So higher low here is when you have this indicator here, when you're gonna get that later on today, you're gonna see that the price is still pivoting to the upside. So that means that it's confirming a bullish momentum. So as long as the price doesn't go below this pivot point, we're still bullish here. So when the price will break to the break to the downside, that means that we're going to be changing our direction for a bearish position. So you can still look at the 4-hour. You have the 4-hour candle here. We had it pitted to the upside. And like I said, this level here is a point of interest here. And if you go on a 1-hour, we're still bullish overall. But I took my profit here overall here in the futures here. So I could show you the first trade of the week on my futures account. So I could put that on my this is the one, right? All right, so this is basically my first day of trading here. So nothing here. I'm just gonna refresh my page. So full transparency, guys. So I also trade manually here on my end. Fortunately, the automation didn't go through for some reason. Everything was looking fine. It did trigger, but it didn't trigger at all. Let me check something here. It won't be long. So I'm just gonna refresh so y'all can see the results for today. So 139.50. So that's good. 13 days, and I think I have to double check the rules here in regards to futures, but I think I'm already past. Not even. Let me check. So we still have. I'm still in a small drawdown here of 100, but I'm still in profit here. So that's what I'm trying to understand how it works. Drawdown commission, dollars. All right, no problem. So we're just going to continue like that. All right. So they may be finishing going up here also, guys, because it's tried to reach that level that I was talking about, but it didn't go through on the H1. So it may be going later on today, going down, even though the H4 is looking bullish overall. So we still have until 1 p.m. Sorry, today for that 4-hour candle to close. So it may start to basically do a big wick here and starting to go lower, because we do have a fair value gap here at that region here, at this region here, that may push the price down. But like I said, we need to have the price creating basically this is the high of this leg, and then if we're going to break to the downside, we should be creating a breakup structure here to the downside and creating a higher low to continue going down. So if we go on the FVG, you see that we are in, there's basically an extension that was done here on the FVG. So if we want to go higher, we need to break down to lower to create higher lows, new higher lower highs, higher lows to go to the upside. So we should be creating a breakdown to the downside first. So like this, for example, and then creating highs like this. So this point will create a higher low, even though we had small higher lows here off of the pivot points, but that will be the biggest high low here. And you can always look at it on the 4-hour. And I'm going to close FVG. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking. Whoops. I'm going to close that. Like I said, we have a pivot point here. If you look at the H4, we didn't create a higher low or a higher high or whatever. So we're still in. So we're breaking to the downside. If you're looking at the H4, you're going to see the big picture that we're going down, and then we created a new low here. All right. So if we're going up, we need to create a high and then create a lower high. All right. So exactly what I just explained. So if that on the H4 is going to create as confirm as a pivot, we should be going lower on the H4 to create a higher low before going higher. All right. So I hope that's clear for everyone. And you can clearly see that on the H1. So it's gonna break to the downside here. So we do have a pivot here, but we may start to go down and then continue to go up. We're still in the bullish market here, like I said. So, and as you can see, we just broke that. We had that pivot earlier, and now it's going down. So, like I said, you should be out of that trade. We'll see exactly if we're going to go to the breakdown. So the next pivot point is right here. So already broke this pivot point here. So Russell 2000 is a sell. $9.55. Let me know if you're looking at a trade or you're in a trade currently. Kansas. So we have a few minutes here. Took some profit on as it's already closed. Yes, nice, perfect. Perfect. What was your risk to reward amount on US30? Basically, the risk to reward was basically 1-to-1. 1-to-1, but that 1-to-1 was put at break even pretty much 2-3 minutes after that entry. Basically, when we got that signal at 9:32 my time. So I think at 9:35 I was already in profit. So I just trailed, and I think the highest point that we were was I think at $200 in profit, and then it closed at 139 something, $129 in profit for the day. But what I'm trying to understand is why the automation didn't take any of those trades, even though it triggered on my trading view. There's something going on with the webhook or something like that, because that's the only account that didn't take any trades. I'm just gonna double check something right now since I'm already there. US30 15, US100, 500. Yes, that's perfect. That's good. Mm-mm-mm. Cash. Yeah, everything was good. So, all right. Yeah, that's 0.5%. That's not a lot. So usually on an account regularly, you should be between maybe 0.5% to 1%. If you want to be more aggressive, you could go up to 2%, but that means that you need to be in and out of the trade really fast, because if it goes against you, it may blow your drawdown or your your stop loss for the day, your daily drawdown here. So the way that I calculated here is on a 25K account, you could go up to uh, basically 10 contracts on a micro e-mini. So that means that it's pretty much 1%, but at 0.5%, you're pretty good. So that you're pretty good. So it's it breaking to the downside right now. Yeah. So we had a breaker structure here to the top, so we may start to go down. So why didn't work? P is on, is on, is on. Let's look at the H4, H1. H1 is breaking down. We are breaking, so we're reversing right now. So we already passed that pivot point to the downside, like I said. So if you took that buy here on US30, you had been in profit, and you had to trail it, and you should be good here for the day. But now it's going to the downside right now. Yeah. So let me go back here. So H4 is looking go bearish here. November 10th, November 10th. November 10th, 931, US30, 500. Ils sont tous rentrés. Why didn't it trigger? Strange. All right, so now it's let's see here. Move the drawings here. Oh. 6. All right, so let's look at the others here. NASDAQ. NASDAQ did retrace a little bit to the upside. SP 500 also. And yeah, we did have a Russell sell. So yeah, so that did break to the downside here. So that means that the US30 should break to the downside also. So tomorrow, remember guys, we don't have a live tomorrow. It will be on Wednesday because tomorrow is a bank holiday in the US and in Canada. So market, basically the stock market will be closed for Veterans Day. So you shouldn't see any movement here in the market. So we'll be back here on Wednesday for that. So if they have the vote on Wednesday, we should have a lot of movement here in the market. So that's something to look for overall. All right, so US30 down So we're not going to have any other signals here for our session here. So I'm just going to wait for maybe a final round of questionings here. If not, we're going to close out our session. So I'm just going to wait maybe another 2-3 minutes here. C'est rentré dans le coin. Mais c'est pas de sens. Le US30 n'est pas rentré, c'est bon. All right. So S&P 500 still pushing. NASDAQ also. Yeah, gold is reversing right now. So we're just waiting for it to create a higher low. And if it does create a higher low, well, we should be going down here on gold. Let's look at what happened here this morning. Just going to revise the trades from this morning. So German was a buy, France 40 was a sell, and so that's buy, and buy. Okay. So that was at 301, 303, 314, 327. All right, perfect. No problem. So we're going to close it out here, guys. So thank you so much for being on this live. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section, or you could go put it in the Discord or send me a message here on Telegram if you have my Telegram. And we're going to be back here on Wednesday at 9:15 for another session here with your host here, Dre Day FX. So thanks so much for being on this live, and we'll catch on the next one. All right, peace. Have a good one.